The Forex market is divided into three main sessions: the Asian session, the European session, and the American session. Sessions are essential to understand, in order to select the hours in which you want to invest depending on where you live, what type of trader you decide to be, what type of volatility you prefer, and which currency pairs you have chosen to focus on. Each pair moves differently during each of the three sessions, and that is why there are different techniques to use for the different moments of the market. The Asian session is the initial session of the trading week. This session starts at 11 p.m. and closes at 8 a.m. GMT. The main economic center that drives this session is Tokyo. However, other important economic centers have an important role in this session, such as China, Australia, New Zealand, and Russia. Tokyo is the center of the Asian session, as it provides the largest volume of trading positions. The Asian session has the lowest volatility of the three sessions. It is also defined as the most calm and silent of the three. During this session, price often fluctuates in small ranges of space, also known as consolidation. Breakouts are very rare in this session, so a breakout trading strategy is not recommended. Breakouts can occur when there are high-impact news releases. In this session, however, different range trading strategies can be applied, which are used by a lot of professional traders. Range trading strategies means to simply sell at resistance and buy at support. The European session is the most volatile session of the three, especially at the opening with the London session. In this session we can encounter sharp reversals, and often even the largest movements of the day. This is the session that generates the most pips on average. During this session we find true, but also false breakouts of the current support and resistance levels of the Asian session. In this session you can use breakout trading strategies, but above all trend trading is the best, opening trades in the direction of the short-term trend mostly found on the 1-hour timeframe. The session starts at 7 a.m. and finishes at 4 p.m. GMT. The American session is the second most volatile session of the three. The economic center that runs this session is New York. Other important economic centers in this session are Canada and Mexico. This session starts off at noon and finishes at 8 p.m. GMT. In this session we often find high-impact news releases, causing volatile price movements especially for the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. The most intense moments in the market are during the overlapping sessions. The American session has its greatest liquidity during the overlap with the European session. Overlap means that two sessions are open at the same time. There are two overlaps, one between the Asian session and then the European session, and the other between the European session and the American session. There is no overlap between the American session and the Asian session. The overlap between the European session and the American session is the busiest and most liquid time in the market. Both sessions are active in these 4 hours, and it is the most volatile time of the day, and at the same time the most risky. Volatility lovers keep an eye on these 4 hours, especially for the amount of financial data that is released.